north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Set to kick off.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Mahomes pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st down, Kansas City.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Buccaneers 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On play action, now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 59 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
On play action, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard. His second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, fourth and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here, even if we don't get it. Get field position on our side and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
The Kansas City defense, tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Buccaneers 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this. Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of
this drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And out of bounds right around the 20. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. You're watching.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 9-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a give to Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Now here's Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Complete to
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 27, Chiefs 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but then just got matched into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 31, Buccaneers 27.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That's a gain of 3.
The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
First and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From midfield, here's Brady. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off near his own 48. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So now a fresh set of downs. First and 10 after roughing the passer. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
and Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
makes the score Buccaneers 34, Chiefs 31.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Flush to his right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
21-yard line.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage. A little something extra in his repertoire.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
16-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Going right back to Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Mahomes. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 4.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it again with Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now Brady on the bootleg. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue. Almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder. Helped force the incompletion.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career. Mahomes
to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Chiefs.
To throw is Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
At the 8-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Akers, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Complete.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5-yard pickup on
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big...
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Kansas City, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
oh, look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke can shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
Pan the camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit, cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby.
she don't know that I can patience. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can patient. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking. Go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it